guess what? This is part 2 of Be Discovered. I'm so excited because not just a talented, beautiful daughter that you have that I just interviewed, you are
Yvette Madison.
That's right, and you have some success stories. And how tall are you?
I'm 5'10" and a half.
5'10" and a half. So there's more agents, producers, casting directors out there that you can actually book through the Dawn Reese Show. Remember, call 321-420-2501. But you are also very talented. You are also, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a cosmetologist by trade, and I'm a hair designer. I specialize in natural hair and hair weaving.
Ooh, that's very cool. Now, do you do this around town, or do you have a shop? Or
I have a shop. I'm based in Tampa, but we also have a family shop business in New York City, Kinky Crown. So we're from New York to Florida.
You know, I have my Miss Diva New York, okay, and her husband's a Christian singer. Can I send her to New York to your studio to do an interview?
Definitely.
I would love it. Lavonda, you've got a job now. You've got a new reporting job, so that would be so cool because I can do that and then bring in, that's called the concierge part of my show as well, finding the best parts. And how long have you been doing hair?
I've been doing hair. I went to hair school in 1980.
Wow.
So almost 30 years.
That's amazing. So you're so lucky behind the camera. You get free haircuts and everything, and weaves and all that good stuff. That
yes.
My mom taught me how to save money too. She said, "How come you're spending $90 to $100 on your hair?" But she gave me, you know, the secret in the bottle. You know, I'm gonna save you some money. Never forget that. But tell me a little bit about yourself. What would you like to do?
Truthfully, I just came here today to bring my daughter and support her. But just sitting here and watching you interview her, I would be interested in some acting and maybe some commercials.
You know, that's really important because when I was a flight attendant, okay, I got a story to tell you real quick, and this is for all my viewers, and I would be on flights because I would use my airline at the time in New York or different areas, and I'd be on layover for 3 days, taking my talent from New York, from judging pageants that came in, walking them in. They were not just kids or teenagers or, you know, young moms. They were all different ages. Because right now in TV and film, it's 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. If you're breathing, you can work. Or maybe not, you know, those other parts. But the main thing is, really don't give up on your dream. You watch your movies, right? Yes. You see your TV shows, and you go, she's my age. And don't ever give up, because the agents that we work with are looking for all ages, and you're going to see that too. And the same thing is, do you have headshots or pictures or?
Not, I have some, but they're ancient. So
okay.
I need to get some
updated. And make sure that you look like your picture. If you're wearing your hair a certain way, and when you walk in that audition, they want to see you look like that picture. Right. That's really, really important. As a casting director that I've done major casting with some things, they'll say, that doesn't look like this person, you know, and then they lose that opportunity. And so we like to help market you as well, and your whole family. You're like the Dillard's family here in Macy's. So who knows what can happen, and we'll follow your career as well. And also, you have a little bit of a background in commercials or movies or anything back from school training?
I mean, I've always been around the theater because my mother was always in the theater, so
right.
Behind scenes, and my brother has produced TV shows and he's done movies, so the whole family is really in that business. The name of my salon was Upstage, and I named it that because we're used to being on the stage.
Okay, do you have a website or anything with your store at all, or a phone number they can call?
I don't have a website, but I have an email address, and you can email me ymadison01@gmail.com.
That's really important. Now, if you're in New York and you want to get your hairstyle, what are the hours that your shop is up there as well?
Well, we're very flexible.
Okay.
So we accommodate.
Okay, so is there a number they can call you?
They can call me at 813. Excuse me.
Okay, stop.
They can contact me at 727-771-3318 or 718-789-9844.
You know, it's really important too, because a lot of movie producers, agents, and casting directors are doing major films here in Florida as well as other areas, and it could use you as a stylist on some movie sets.
Yes, and I have a whole team of people that work with me, from stylists to fashion stylists to makeup artists.
Okay. Well, that would help as well, and then we can help promote you on that too. You know, and in Tampa here, the main thing is who you know and who knows you.
Right.
And I went undercover in many different places around a lot, finding out why people spend so much money in conventions and trade shows. And you know, there's an opportunity, but there's a bluebird in your backyard. And if you can travel and you can go from here to Tampa to Orlando to South Florida, there is work out there for extras. And I'm going to give you both homework tonight. So when, you know, if you're going to college, I always say, you know, after your homework, you come with me. But I'm going to give you some people like LaTanya Potts. I want you to Google her name. Okay. I'm going to send you. She's a major casting director. Hi, LaTanya. I know I haven't called you yet, but it's been a while. I got to get you down to the Clearwater Film Festival. And we also have, oh God, Dallas Jenkins. He was with Stephen Baldwin. He's on my Facebook. I'm going to give you major people on my Facebook. In the meantime, I want you to introduce yourself to them. I'll give you some websites. I'll give you some extra places. Like when we did Dolphin Tale. Let me tell you a quick story while you're here, because it's really important to give you some information. And I took up some of my beauty queens, and I knew the woman that was putting the casting on, but I waited in line for 3 hours with my talent. Now, I could have walked in and carte blanched everybody, but I wanted them to learn the ropes. But the reason for it, I had 2 beauty queens. One was in the newspaper, one was on TV, because they were standing there and they got the exposure. Once we got through the line, she goes, Reese, what are you doing here? I said, well, I brought my talent. She goes, you could have been carte blanche. And I knew that, but I really wanted them to learn it's not always easy to walk in the door just because you know somebody, and sometimes you do have to wait. And so that's one big extra company that's in Orlando that you can both go to. There's another one I just got yesterday for another casting company. So if you want to be an extra, start out as that as well, because you never know what can happen. When I was on Speed 2 in Los Angeles, I used to book myself as a talent manager to get on some sets. I knew all the casting directors because they were on my show. So I'd just get out and breathe, and I got a speaking, not a speaking part, but there was a stand-in for Speed 2, you know, with Sandra Bullock. The producer goes, who are you? You look like her, come over here. And I was just sitting with some blondes, and they were like, do you know what your odds are in California? I'm like, God, I'm a manager. They have no clue what I'm doing. But I was just breathing and getting out of my office. So it's really who you know, and then you're also on the sets networking with the ADs and everybody. And if they like you, they're going to go, hey, I want that one back tomorrow. Can you come back and work tomorrow? And then you never know to get upgraded. But to get the infomercials and everything that you have in your quality for modeling and acting, this is an opportunity to get you to the right agents. Okay, and so you got to see